Most believe if Michael Jordan did not retire in 93, that the Bulls would have won 8 championships in a row. And I'm one of those believers. I think no one stops the Bulls in their peak, in their prime. Could not stop Michael Jordan and the Bulls with the Phil Jackson triangle offense. But Kenny the Jet Smith believes differently. He was a part of that Houston Rocket team that won back-to-back championships when Jordan was out. Let's hear what Kenny Smith has to say. I don't own the rights to this content. It's for educational purposes only. Let's hear Kenny Smith's response.
That was a 2-year period that Mike had took off. How do you feel like you guys would have fared your 2 championship
First of all, he
teams
didn't
first?
take off.
Or, excuse me. He went to go play.
He was playing for he came back as number 45.
Yeah.
We would have beat they. They never beat us in the regular season. We used to go to Chicago, smack them, come back to Houston, smack them up. They would not have beat us because they were just too little and they wouldn't have won 8 in a row.
Now, I know Chicago Bull fans, MJ stans, will think differently about this. But you look at the Rockets' record between 90, 91, 92, 93, they were 5-1 against the Bulls. So Kenny the Jet Smith makes a valid point. Like they say, styles make fights and styles make games. The style of play the Houston Rockets had did give Michael Jordan Bulls problems, at least in the regular season. And when you look at Olajuwon's record against Michael Jordan, it's 13-10. Now, I don't know too many players in the league at that time that had a winning record against Michael Jordan, but Olajuwon was one of them. And Kenny Smith gave us reasons why he does not think Chicago Bulls would have beat the Houston Rockets and win 8 championships in a row. He says they're too small, they wasn't deep enough, and they did not have an answer to Olajuwon like they didn't have an answer to Michael Jordan. And both teams were very good defensively. You know, I wouldn't mind seeing this. I wish we would have got this back in the day, 92, 93, 94, 95. I wish we would have had matchups like that and to see what happens. Because to me, this would have been a historical matchup. And I think they would have been a more formidable opponent than the Seattle Supersonics, than the Portland Trailblazers. I actually think that Rocket team would have probably took Chicago to 7 games. You know how they say that Jordan has never been to 7 games? I think this Rocket team would have took Jordan to 7 games. And I might be wrong on my theory that I thought Jordan would have won 8 championships in a row. If any team was going to stop him, it would be the Rockets. But I'm going to go against Kenny and say I think the Bulls would have prevailed. It would have been a tough series. I just think Michael Jordan goes a different level in the playoffs, especially with the rings on the line. But anyway, what are your thoughts? Do you believe what Kenny the Jet Smith said, that if Jordan would not have retired those 2 years, his Rockets would have dethroned them? Leave your thoughts in comments below. Beezy, I'm gone.